The LG C3 and Samsung S90C stand as two formidable OLED TVs in today's market, each vying for a place in your living room with their advanced features and superior performance. These models showcase exceptional contrast, deep blacks, and swift response times, setting a new standard for home entertainment. The challenge, however, lies in discerning which TV truly stands out, given their nuanced differences in specifications, design, and pricing. In our comprehensive comparison of the LG C3 and the Samsung S90C, we delve into every aspect that counts. We will methodically evaluate these models, focusing on their innovative display technology, sophisticated processing capabilities, immersive audio quality, and user-friendly smart interfaces. Moreover, our analysis will highlight which TV offers the most value for your investment. For detailed insights and the latest pricing information, please refer to the links in the description box below. Alright, let's start by taking a deeper look at one of LG's newest OLED offerings, the gorgeous LG C3. LG has taken their renowned C-Series OLED TV lineup to the next level with the C3, refining and evolving what was already one of the best 4K TVs out there. Available in 42, 48, 55, 65, 77, and 83-inch sizes, the C3 is poised to deliver an exceptional viewing experience whether you're looking at the smaller or extra-large models. And it's packing in all the latest and greatest tech: HDMI 2.1, 120Hz native refresh rate, Dolby Vision IQ, WebOS smart platform, filmmaker mode, and more. Plus, LG's new Alpha 9 Gen 5 AI processor to handle all that 4K upscaling and picture processing magic. But perhaps the most exciting upgrade this year is just how much brighter LG has made the C3 panel. We're talking nearly 30% higher peak brightness compared to the already impressive C2 from last year. For an OLED TV, that's just nuts and a huge step forward when it comes to HDR performance. More brightness means much better contrast and really makes colors pop. So, in person, the C3 is phenomenally vibrant with inky blacks and exquisite detail. Fast motion also looks buttery smooth thanks to the instantaneous pixel response time OLED is known for. Gamers will be glad to know that the C3 is fully loaded with HDMI 2.1 ports supporting 4K, 120Hz, variable refresh rate, and auto low latency mode for supremely responsive gameplay. Of course, WebOS remains one of the best smart TV interfaces out there with intuitive navigation and all the streaming services like Netflix, Disney+, HBO Max, and Prime Video built right in. For sound, the C3 has solid audio performance, but as with most thin TVs, you'll want to pair it with a soundbar or surround system to really do justice to the stellar visuals. Alright, so that's an overview of LG's latest entry in their crowd-pleasing C-Series. Next, let's see how Samsung's brand new QD OLED stacks up. Now for a first look at the Samsung S90C, Samsung's premier QD OLED TV for 2023. After sticking with regular OLED panels for the past few years, Samsung is jumping into the QD OLED arena in a big way with the S90C. And it's looking extremely promising. QD OLED combines the pixel-perfect blacks and contrast of organic LEDs with the vibrant colors and increased brightness quantum dot technology can provide. The S90C came in 55, 65, 75, and 83-inch screen sizes when it launched earlier this year. In terms of specs, it sports a 4K resolution panel with 120Hz refresh rate, Samsung's latest Neo Quantum processor for upscaling and image enhancements, full-array local dimming, and Quantum HDR 32X. Of course, it includes the new Smart Hub interface for 2023 Samsung TVs with all your favorite streaming apps and services built in. It also checks all the boxes for next-gen gaming like 4 HDMI 2.1 ports, variable refresh rate, auto-low latency mode, FreeSync Premium Pro support, and ultra-low input lag. But the real showstopper is the quantum dot OLED panel itself, which Samsung claims can hit an eye-watering 2000 nits peak brightness, up to 200% higher than standard OLED TVs. That's some serious spec smackdown and could take HDR performance into totally uncharted territory. Alright, that's the scoop on these two heavy-hitting contenders. Now let's compare them across some key categories to see which comes out on top. Kicking things off with the bread and butter, picture quality and display tech. Let's get into the nitty-gritty. Black levels and contrast, two extremely important foundations of a great picture. Here, both TVs essentially deliver perfection thanks to self-emitting OLED tech. With the ability to turn pixels completely off, they achieve infinite contrast and the deepest possible blacks. This one is too close to call. But when it comes to peak brightness, the S90C's QD OLED panel gives it a decisive advantage on paper. 2,000 nits compared to just above 1,000 for the LG C3 is a massive difference. We're talking well close to 2 times higher sustained brightness. While the C3 improved substantially over last year's model, it simply can't compete with the photon cannon Samsung has packed into the S90C. Expect a much more intense, eye-searing HDR experience. Now on to color performance. This is an area where OLED has historically struggled a bit compared to QLED, especially in brighter viewing environments. But with quantum dot technology and claimed 100% color volume, the S90C should be a force to be reckoned with when it comes to rich, vibrant colors that don't wash out. The C3 will still impress here thanks to LG's continual improvements, but expect the Samsung to have a noticeable edge with colors. Lastly, motion handling. Here, the playing field is totally level, with both TVs supporting 4K, 120Hz, variable refresh rate, and having nearly instantaneous pixel response times. This makes them phenomenal choices for sports, gaming, and action movies with smooth, crisp motion clarity. No blur to be seen, which is exactly what we want. So in summary, while the LG C3 offers tremendous picture quality, Samsung's QD OLED tech provides marked advantages in both brightness and color for a decisively more dazzling, dynamic image overall. But it better take care of that premium price tag. Pivoting to smart TV capabilities and gaming credentials, this matchup is a lot tighter. Both TVs run polished, intuitive operating systems in WebOS and Tizen that make navigating menus and streaming services a breeze. You really can't go wrong with either. LG's WebOS platform is one of our favorites thanks to its simple layout and responsiveness. But Samsung's new Smart Hub for 2023 does look quite slick with its curated watchlist and user profiles. Gaming is a similar story. Both TVs are extremely well equipped for next-gen consoles and PC gaming. You've got HDMI 2.1 ports, 4K, 120Hz, variable refresh rate, auto-low latency mode, and ultra-low input lag for an immersive, buttery smooth experience. Features like eARC, optical, and Bluetooth headphone connectivity are present on both models too. With such comparable gaming and smart functionality, it's too close to pick an outright winner here. It really comes down to subtle software preferences, but you can't make a bad choice. Moving on to design and aesthetics. This area is quite subjective, but let's break it down. The LG C3 sports an elegant minimalist style with thin bezels and a striking glass front that lets the OLED panel disappear when not in use. Meanwhile, the S90C adopts a more opulent, high-end design featuring metallic accents, an ultra-slim chassis, and nearly bezel-less infinity screen. So, very much a luxury aesthetic. Both can be wall-mounted if you wish, but LG includes a stand, whereas Samsung charges extra for their premium stand. In terms of audio, neither TV is terrible, but also not award-winning. As is often the case with slim TVs, sound quality is just average, so pairing them with a dedicated soundbar or speakers is recommended to unlock their full potential. LG includes AI Sound Pro for slightly better audio immersion, while Samsung has object tracking sound and Dolby Atmos decoding. But external audio gear will still be preferable for an audiovisual experience that matches the stellar visuals these TVs offer. Last up, let's discuss value proposition and pricing. The 55-inch LG C3 retails for $1298, which is quite affordable for an OLED TV with these kind of premium specs and performance. In a surprise move, Samsung has priced the 55-inch S90C at $1297, essentially the exact same MSRP as the LG C3. This is likely because the S90C is Samsung's first-generation QD OLED TV, so they want to remain competitive on price during this launch period. Considering the cutting-edge QD OLED panel and claimed advantages in brightness and color, matching the pricing of LG's entry-level OLED is an aggressive strategy by Samsung. This makes the value proposition offered by the S90C extremely compelling. You get all of the latest quantum dot enhancements for virtually no price premium over a standard OLED. With both TVs so evenly matched at $1297 for 55 inches, price becomes far less of a differentiating factor. And there you have it, the final verdict in this extremely tight matchup between the LG C3 and Samsung S90C. With Samsung pricing the S90C at nearly the exact same $1297 price point as the C3 for 55 inches, it makes the value proposition very tempting. You can get all the benefits of QD OLED like higher brightness and wider color gamut without paying more compared to a standard OLED like the C3. Of course, the C3 remains an exceptional OLED TV in its own right, but with such similar pricing, the technological advancements of the S90C for the same price make it hard to ignore. Both TVs will provide an amazing viewing experience, but the additional brightness and more vibrant colors the S90C promises give it the slight edge ultimately. Let me know which one you would pick at these prices. As always, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe.